news. Don't forget to subscribe to the RSS, follow us on the old Twitter. In addition to that, make sure to find us on iTunes, and maybe, if you feel like it, you could leave us an old review, because we have less of those than we'd like.
Well, I think anything less than 100, it'll always be less than we like.
That's true. You need to get that out there. Get that word out. Maybe post some posts telling people that we're a popular podcast. That would help.
Everybody tell one friend, and have that one friend tell one friend, and pretty soon, eventually everyone will have listened to us.
That's right. So, what has been going on? We haven't done this in quite a while.
Well, I've just been trying to catch up on anime, finish off 2014.
Yeah. Sounds like a noble cause.
Going back, trying to look at all the anime here, I noticed 2014 was not the best year for anime. It just kind of rode on the coattails of 2013 for the most part.
Yeah, this entire year, I almost watched nothing new.
Well, is that a deviation from the norm, or?
Well, no, it just says that there was nothing so good this season that made me take my attention off of things I would normally do. I guess maybe more than normal, there were a lot of mech shows that I cared about a little bit or tried watching. But otherwise, it was kind of standard fare. Bunch of little girls, bunch of me not caring.
But you know what? There wasn't a bunch of little girls. And there was a lot of mech shows.
There were. So I guess, what more could I want? It's enough to make me be like, all right, guys, good job for the mech shows this year.
I hadn't thought about it before now, because I've been going over, trying to make a list of the top 5, which I wasn't really able to do, because there's not really 5 standout shows that I'd, recommend to everyone. But I noticed, I'm like, oh, I didn't watch any mech shows, and there's a ton of those. So maybe it's good that, we're both here together and we can kind of compliment each other on what happened in anime in 2014.
A lot of the mech shows, though, were just still kind of pretty boys and stupid mechs. I didn't actually watch either.
Well, what were the mech shows?
We've got Evangelion 2.0, as I like to call it.
Whatever happened to that? I kind of stopped hearing things about that.
Well, I stopped watching things about that. There was Old Noah Zero.
Oh, yeah.
Which I also stopped watching. But old Kenny Von Staven, he watched the whole thing and says that, I think it's okay.
You stopped watching it?
Yeah. I don't think I stopped watching it because it was bad. I was just like, I have other things to do. I'll come back to this. And I didn't.
Yeah, I only watched 6 episodes, but yeah, I hear everyone says that's one to watch.
Maybe someday when I have some time, I'll start watching that one again. So there was also Gundam Reconquista in G.
How's that one?
From what I've seen, it's good. I haven't finished it either. But that one is in my immediate, watch this, you idiot. It's something you want to watch, so do it. Are there mechs in Knights of Sidonia? Because that came out, and it's sort of spacey.
Yeah, there's probably mechs in there.
I think there are mechs in that. I don't remember mechs being in that, because I only watched episode 1, but I'll count that. And then there was also Captain Earth.
Oh, yeah.
That came out. I'm sure there are more, but those are the only ones I remember seeing about.
And out of them, you'd just say Gundam?
Out of them, Gundam is good. Well, it is the best mech show this year. How about that? It is not the best Gundam, but also it is the best Gundam to come out in quite a while. So it has all these stipulations for it being the best. So it's not really the best Gundam or the best mech show by a long shot, but it is refreshing to see it coming out. So that's nice. And from what I saw of Old Noah Zero, it was all right. It was also nice to see that coming out.
Yeah, I didn't really like Old Noah Zero.
Right. It wasn't super good, but it was good enough, I guess.
Yeah, that's the theme.
Yeah, that's what I've been feeling like has been happening for quite a while.
But there were some really good shows. Like, what's one that you watched that you truly enjoyed and, couldn't have been better?
Yeah, going through to prepare myself for today, I found that I've only watched 2 things all the way through. Makaku City Actors, which by definition of me watching it means that I guess I liked it enough to watch it. And I think it was short, so that was another thing I had going for it. And the other thing was a movie that I was forced to watch all at the same time because it was a movie, which was The Wind Rises.
And would you recommend those to anybody?
Yeah, if you'll go back and listen to our talk about Mikaku City Actors, I did like it. It was good. It was really weird, which made it good. And The Wind Rises is great because I like World War II and planes, so it's basically made for me.
You know, if you like more serious things, you should try Psycho-Pass Season 2.
Yeah, Psycho-Pass, I wanted to watch when it first came out, and I watched, I don't know how many episodes, like 4 or 5 or 6. So that is a thing that I want to watch. Looking at like the pictures for the movie that's coming out, I was like, oh yeah, that show, gotta watch that.
Yeah, and everyone says, like, because I just watched Season 2 a couple days ago, and everyone on the internet is just like, wow, thank God that's over. That was a mess. That was the worst thing ever. Like, what a joke. Like, this is dumb. They're just making filler till the movie. And I'm like, oh, well, this is going to suck. But then I watched it, and it was really good.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, Season 2's, like, fine. I have no idea what they're talking about.
Okay, cool. Then, even better. I don't really base everything off of what everyone's saying. I just sort of pick a show and go watch it.
You really can't, I guess, yeah. Except for us, you should listen to what we say.
Yeah, everyone should listen to what we say because we don't follow the crowd. We just watch it. And then we put our correspondent on it, old GP, to give us his report on some first episodes every once in a while.
Another good serious show that I really liked that if I was to come up with the top 5, it might be in the top 5 is Zankyo no Terror, Terror in Resonance.
Yeah. I never ended up watching that show, but I think I even deleted the episodes I downloaded. I think I downloaded 5 or 6, and I needed the space for something else, so I deleted them.
Oh, that's a really good one.
Yeah, I should make a list of all these like missed opportunity shows and actually sit down and watch them.
I enjoyed it.
It's no Sakura trick, I heard, but what can you do?
But speaking of slice of life, this was not the year of slice of life.
No, it wasn't. Everything that I have written down for things I saw a little bit of is mostly mech shows and a couple like comedies.
Yeah, there's a good amount of comedies or kind of, you know, rom comedies, but slice of life, like pure slice of life, all I have is The Order of Rabbit, which I would definitely put in the top 5.
Yeah.
And then Mountain Climbing Girls Season 2.
I didn't see Season 2 yet, but if it's anything like Season 1, I'm sure it's fine and also infuriating.
It's a lot better than Season 1, like a lot better.
Yeah, you said they actually climb, so that's good.
Yeah, they climb like 100 mountains. They climb Mount Fuji.
That's good. They should go to like Mount Everest or something and just show them like in winter gear climbing. You have to have oxygen. It's very realistic.
That would be awesome. Well, I mean, some pretty dramatic stuff happens on Mount Fuji. I don't want to spoil it, but...
I mean, the best mountain climbing show that I've seen since Mountain Climbing Girls was a show called Moonlight Mile. They climb mountains in the first episode, and then after they do that, they're like, there are no more mountains. Let's go to space. And they become astronauts. So that's the record of mountain climbing shows that has to be beat so far.
Oh yeah, I can't remember if Space Brothers was still airing this year.
Yeah, it probably is. I'm sure Muta's still trying to get to become an astronaut.
Well, it stopped, but I can't remember if it was airing during a part of 2014.
Oh, is it on hiatus or is it just done?
I don't know, probably on hiatus. But the anime is not airing right now. Can't remember when it stopped.
I'm pretty sure Muta will never get to space.
Long time ago.
He'll be an old man, and then the last episode will be just a flash forward to like 2070, and he's like an old man, and they're like, we can all go to space now, and Muta's like, finally, and they send him to space. and and he's like, has to be handled by handlers because he can't move, he's so old. And he's like, my dream is complete, and then he dies on the shuttle.
I think the last episode showed like his girlfriend going into space or something, or I can't remember who.
Everyone gets to go to space except for Muta. I don't actually know. So I've only watched like, what, 40 episodes of that whole thing?
What, did you say 40?
Some, maybe 30 or so. He'll never get to space. He's just not trying hard enough.
And speaking of shows that were like, didn't start this year, because before I would always say, oh, I'll judge a show by the year it ends, because that way I'll have seen the entire show and can see it, right?
Yeah.
A couple of shows like Kill la Kill and Golden Time started in 2013, but then went into 2014.
Yeah. I didn't know if I should put those down or not. I decided not to, just since they started in 2013.
Yeah. I didn't put them there either, but I don't know. Just in case, those are two really good shows.
They would add two things to things I watched.
Well, you watched Seki-kun.
Yeah, I did watch Seki-kun. That was a good one. Especially it being short. But that's not really a show that you have to comment on the plot about. It's like, yeah, it came out and I saw it. It's like, did you see Dilbert? Yeah, came out and I saw it.
That's pretty funny. Some people might like it or not.
Oh yeah, of course it was good. It just wasn't really serialized. It was just sort of one-shot things.
Yeah, there's probably more short shows than anything this year.
Those Japanese love their short shows.
It's the year of the short.
I hate it. I wish they would be longer.
The Sega High School Girls or whatever.
I guess I did see the first episode of that.
That's actually a really good show. I watched the first episode and I'm like, this is idiotic. And I never watched it until I just saw it finish. I'm like, I don't know, I guess I'll watch one more episode. And then I ended up watching the whole thing.
How long is it? Just 13?
Yeah. It's 13 and the episodes are like 10 minutes or something.
Yeah. It was weird. The first episode was strange.
Yeah, the first episode kind of made me think it's just going to be like an ad for Sega. Like, oh, remember these consoles, remember these games? But I don't know, I watched the whole thing and it's actually made with like, by fans of Sega. And like, the whole show shows like 2 current games. And everything else is like all old games, so they're, probably not making money off of it. And like the final episode is like, I don't know, they actually make it serious and like it's about like the love of Sega and like the fans who like playing video games. And I don't know, it went from the first episode to like really turned me off to the last episode. I'm like crying and being like, oh, Sega.
Sega's so good. Come back, Sega.
Yeah.
That's what they're trying to go for. They're trying to rally everyone around Sega so they can make their glorious comeback.
But they have this super cool arcade mech game that I really wish existed from the PC, but I guess it's a Japan-only arcade game. That's like the greatest looking game ever.
Oh, dang. I guess if the writing is good in that show, it would be good.
It's really funny.
It just seemed like if it wasn't funny, it would suck because it would just be them hanging out in this dumb Sega room.
Yeah, they never hang out in the room. I think they do once. And it's even funny because like they sit around and they're like, did the first episode have the part where they're trying to like pick a boyfriend for Sega Saturn? And they're like, what about this guy from Golden Axe, the dwarf?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I think that is in the first episode.
It has some funny stuff like that. And it's, it's got some stuff like Goo Goo Fairies where, for some reason, like they'll stop talking about Sega and they'll just be like, what if we were on a picnic and like this happened?
That's what girls talk about. Guys, what if we were on a picnic right now? And they all just go, oh, and they think about it.
Another short show you might like is Robot Girls Z.
Yeah, I saw that when I was looking at shows that are coming out this year.
It's super hilarious, and if you know all the robots from, I don't know, whatever those robots are from, Mazinger, then you'll like it. Yeah,
I never really watched Mazinger Z. It's sort of Super Robot, and it wasn't really my thing.
It has like every character from every Super Robot show. It has like 50 characters per episode just popping and doing something.
I just don't want to.
I think there's only like 4 episodes.
Yeah, I just saw that just now. Yeah, I'll probably watch that eventually. It's on Crunchyroll, I think, right? I think it's simulcast on Crunchyroll.
Pretty sure, yeah. You watch Nozaki-kun, right?
Yeah, I'm not finished with it, but I did watch a bit of it.
That's a really good show.
I did like what I saw. It turned into good.
Yeah.
The art style always reminded me that I was watching Golden Time for some reason. I always forgot that it wasn't Golden Time.
I love the expressions. Like, they just purposely make her have just, like, crazy expressions, like cartoon faces all the time.
Yeah, that was funny. I did like most. It was pretty quality the whole time.
That's a good one for everyone. And No Game, No Life was really good. I think everybody watched that and liked it. I liked it. It had some serious parts and some funny parts, and it's really good art and voice acting.
Yeah, this one of those ones that the name kept popping up. I was like, oh, that came out.
I can see a Patrick type not liking it because it might have some fan service.
Oh, too many boobs. He'd be like, "Well, these boobs, McGee comes in, he's playing his magic game."
But it's not even just fan service for the sake of it. It's, it always kind of keeps going past it. And another really good show, Shirobako.
How many episodes are out right now?
I think like 12 or 13.
It's gonna be 26, right?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's so good just watching the life and drama of this anime company.
Yeah, I have quite a few episodes to catch up on, but it'll be good being able to just power watch the whole thing.
And they keep pulling in like real world references. Like the latest episode had Ano in it.
Yeah.
And he's like, "How old were you when Ava was on TV?" And she's like, "When was it on?" He's like, "1995. She's like, "I was 2. It's like, I guess that's the world we live in these days.
He's just mad about it. It's like, God damn it, all these people, they age and they don't see my work. Like, all right, Ano, calm down.
His name is like Kano or something, but it looks exactly like him.
Yeah. Nice. I'll probably watch that tonight. I've been meaning to sit down and watch that for a long time.
It's super awesome. It's always about like just how much of an art animating is, and it gets into like animators versus 3D, and like what cuts do what, and I don't know. It's really cool.
It seems like a cool show. From what I've seen of it, I did like it so far.
I don't think there's really been a bad episode yet. It just keeps getting better and better. It starts out being about like, oh, we're girls and we want to like anime, but then it's just like, no, the company,
No.
the deadline.
The deadline is today. It's actually yesterday. You're fired.
Yeah, they're constantly like, how's episode 13 coming along? He's like, are those keyframes assigned? And like, she drives around trying to do her girl thing, and everyone else is like, no.
How many more
I wanna
times
redo
does she end up initial D erasing someone?
Oh, a lot.
A lot. Oh, good.
I'm surprised, like, she doesn't crash. Because, they'll just be walking around there, be like, all right, yeah, good job. All right, I'm going to go see how this person is. Gets in the car, just like freaking like, jumped. Oh, somebody does crash, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she's racing the guy, and somehow she, like, jukes him at a corner, and, like, he crashes into a fire hydrant or something.
Good. That should always be happening.
Another super awesome show is Ping Pong the Animation. You'd like that.
I watched episode 1 of that, and I liked it. Just not enough to keep on watching it.
Oh, really?
Well, did it hook you on episode 1?
It did for me, yeah.
The animation's really cool. It was just sort of weird.
It follows them through, like, all of high school.
Yeah.
I think it does. I think it, like, obviously, like, skips parts where they're not playing ping pong and, like, slows down during ping pong season.
I guess that would be cool if it follows them the entire way. I thought it was going to be basically them just being the ping pong champions and then told in a strange way.
No, I think they have a couple of tournaments, and I think there's, like, a skip at the end where it shows them as adults or something, but I don't know. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, I didn't write it off. It's not dropped or anything. It's just low priority show.
I thought it was like second best only to Space Dandy.
Old Space Dandy.
That's like the crown jewel of the year.
The crown jewel of the year? Is that an Anibros official award that we're going to give it?
Yep.
Should play a little bump song right there.
Space Dandy's the best show. Everybody, it's one of those things like I'm looking through my list and I'm like, if you like Slice of Life, Is the Order of Rabbit super good? If you can stand anime like Psychopath and No Game No Life is good, but it's like, no, if you like animation, Space Dandy's amazing.
That's what I hear.
You'll enjoy it.
I know.
And if you like Bakemonogatari, Hana Monogatari was this year. It's like the story of like a basketball playing dead girl or something. It's really good.
I bet it is. I bet it is a dead girl who needs to be a vampire, and she just tries to suck the blood out of a ball. It's like, oh, that's a ball.
I can't remember. I just remember there's a bunch of good scenes of them playing basketball. So you like basketball, you'll like that anime.
Yeah, as soon as you said a dead girl, I was like, no, don't like it. It's too supernatural.
I can't remember her being dead as a spoiler, though.
You don't actually find out she's dead till the very end.
It might be like The Sixth Sense. I might have ruined it.
That would have ruined the show for me. So good thing you saved me all the trouble. I mean, if she's normally dead, I bet that'd be okay. But I'm sure she's like, I'm actually a vampire and I have to live 700 years and complete, like, losing championships every year for 700 years is my punishment.
You need to actually watch this show, the whole thing.
I look at the art and it just doesn't appeal to me.
You like the art of Mikaku City actors.
But that show is really weird. Somehow I have it in my head that it's bad, and I always try to start it and it just doesn't work. I'm having some breakdown issues.
Oh, the Watamote OVA was this year.
Oh, I don't remember if I saw that or not.
It's really good.
Yeah, I forgot that came out. No, I should watch that. How long is it?
The length of an episode.
Oh, just one episode? I thought it was not 40 minutes or so. It's only like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Sucks.
It starts off with her being like, all right, here's the plan for season 2. You got to dump your boyfriend. Otaku don't like characters who have boyfriends. And you got to show your boobs all the time. And Ki, the little cousin, she's like, you got to pretend you're like the lowly genius. You skipped a bunch of grades and now you're in high school. And at all times, you guys have to have a Yuri crush on me. So if anybody flirts with me, you got to like start taking off my clothes. And then like it ends with her saying like, stop dreaming. Like there's no season 2. And she's like, what? And like she screams and it like fades into the opening.
I wish there was a season 2.
I don't know, that OVA was really good. I just saw it like the other day because I keep searching for it because it came out in like October, November or something. And I just kept searching for Watamote and I never found it. But it turns out you got to search the entire title.
Oh, you do? I was just about to search it right now.
Well, you won't find it. You got to search the whole title or as many words as you can remember.
Wait, the OVA?
Yeah, episode 13.
Well, I found the entire series plus the OVA,
Where?
but it's in German subs.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's a good one? It shows her in middle school. I can't remember if Komi was in the series. I thought she was, but if she's not, she's in this OVA just a little bit.
Well, I mean, it's nice to have one more episode, but it's disappointing that there'll be no more.
At least it's a good episode.
Yeah, that is nice.
So top 5 of 2014, Watamote OVA. And what other movies were this year? I guess that Kaguya Hime, did you watch that?
No, I thought it looked stupid. Oh, I watched like 3 or 4 episodes of Yawamushi Pedal. I liked it. If I ever get to a point where I finish all the other stuff, I'll go back and watch that. Or if I am in a sports anime mood and I feel like just disregarding the rest of myself, I'll just watch it anyway. But neither of those things are true right now, so it's at the bottom of the list.
So to summarize, do you think we should just pick out like, it doesn't have to be a 5, but just less than 5, like what anime, anybody listening, what should they go out and watch?
Just in general from this year? Alright, if you like Max, watch Gundam and G. That's actually not the title, but if you search that, you find it, so it's fine. And obviously, Shirobako, Nozaki-kun was cool. I think those are the 3. And The Wind Rises, if you like planes. Even if you hate Ghibli, if you like planes, it'll be cool. Trust me.
Maybe I'll check that out then. So I don't really like Ghibli, but...
It is still kind of whimsical and like Ghibli-like, but the story parts are interesting. It's just a biopic, so it's fun, I guess. It's a historical drama. Not a lot of action.
I agree with Shiobako and Nozaki. I think those are good, fun shows everyone should watch. But then above that, I put Space Dandy and Ping Pong.
Yeah.
Then there's a bunch of shows I like, but I don't know. I haven't found anybody else who likes Is the Order a Rabbit, even though I give it a 10 out of 10.
It doesn't have anything to do with rabbits. That's my main problem.
A few rabbits in there.
It had 0 rabbits in the first episode.
That's a lie.
And a bunch of random things. I feel like GP now, but
It was funny.
I didn't think it was that funny.
Solid Snake's a character in the show.
I know. All the things that should be funny were there, but they weren't funny to me. I hated it.
Well, just watch Space Dandy and Ping Pong and maybe Terror and Resonance.
All right, well, that's basically 2014 in a nutshell. What's on the docket for next year?
Let's look at it. First season of 2015, winter.
Basically, not impressed so far by this list.
For the first time, there's not 100,000 animes coming out, unless this list is unfinished or incomplete. I mean, normally for the last year or so, it's been like 50 anime
I did notice
a
that
season.
the scroll bar is pretty big. It's not a little sliver. You can scroll for a couple goes and then you're at the end.
Yeah.
So it is nice, and it's not all. They don't all look exactly the same. That isn't to say they all look good. A lot of them look really bad, but they don't look like the same thing a bunch of times.
That's true. Yeah. I think usually that adds up to the craft, all the card games or video game adaptations.
Yeah, not a lot of that. A bunch of just kind of weird stuff, like just stuff I'm not interested
There's
in.
quite a few magic school ones.
Everything's magic. Shaft is doing their little girls eat a bunch of food. I like that.
Really? Oh, I didn't see that one. Well, let's go through them in order. Are you still in airing date order?
Yeah. Yep. TV.
So first up is Milky Holmes TD.
We can just skip that one straight away.
I'll probably try to watch it. I like
It
the
looks
first
so
two
bad.
seasons. First two seasons are hilarious.
Look at them. They're just dumb.
It looks like that, but it totally makes fun of them. Like they're constantly getting hurt and like slapstick, and it's really funny.
Maybe. Look at them. I can't do it.
I can't guarantee this one would be good, but you should go back and watch the first season.
All right. Well, we got next. Absolute Duo.
The story begins with Blaze, a weapon that is the manifestation of a human soul. Now, right now, I
Okay.
don't like it.
I'm already, not having it. And especially the tags are supernatural. So, nope.
The main character boy happens to be qualified for this, but for some reason, his Blaze is not a weapon, but a shield. Moreover, he is enrolled in magic school that teaches combat skills, and thanks to the school's duo partner system, he ends up living with a beautiful silver-haired girl.
He chose option 3, huh?
Yeah, that sounds terrible, and like we've seen it 1,000 times before.
I think I'm going to start every anime that has to do with a magic school is now that's an option 3 show.
All right, what about this one? Yuri Kuma Arashi. It's by Silverlink. It's from the director of Utena.
Yeah.
And the intellectual fantasy, in quotes, follows Kureha, a transparent high school girl who is plain and is barely noticed by others. Seemingly every night she has a dream about a bear and a transparent storm. In this dream, her classmate appears in the form of a bear.
It's probably slightly option 3.
It's got
Still.
Yuri in the title.
It does have Yuri in the title. But it also has a picture of a girl with a sniper rifle, which can't save the rest of the poster. So, pass.
I don't want to watch this show, but it seems like it might turn into a thing, so I'll give it a chance.
None of the character designs look cool. In fact, they look the opposite of that. It looks like they're all working a maid cafe. I don't want to go watch these people interact with anything.
I feel like it could go either way. I'll give it a shot.
Well, as bad as that looks, Kami-sama Kiss.
Kami-sama Kiss target symbol. That means it's the second season.
Is that a target symbol?
Or a circle inside of a circle.
It looks like the closed caption, but like full. It's like they messed it up.
Well, that's the new symbol for season 2.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this art. I like Inuyasha Boy and Girl. They like each other, I think. I don't know why there's a picture of a face on his crotch there, but it's down there.
I think I accidentally watched one episode of this when I downloaded the wrong thing, and it's just some girl doing Inuyasha.
I wonder if I could watch this entire season. I doubt it. Seems like a good challenge.
This next one is not in English, even though we chose it to be English. Binan Koko Chikyu Boebu Love.
I'm done.
Well, hold on. This might win you over. The story centers on the 5 students in the Club to Do Nothing at Binan High School, involving the battle between the 2 mysterious creatures that came from outer space. They have to fight against the student council as the successors to the throne battle lovers.
Is it a joke? If it's like a parody, it might be pretty funny.
If you look at the poster, they're guys.
They're boys dressed up in the magical girl uniforms.
I don't think it's a parody. I think it's just this season's free.
Oh, well then nothing.
They're a little too pretty looking to be a parody. If they were like ping pong club level graphics, then it might be a parody, but
It would be the funniest thing possible if they looked like that. Just had dumb, ugly faces and were huge. One of them was really round and short.
A little too pretty looking. I don't know though. I probably will not watch it. Seems like it'll be like Glasses Club.
I hate it. Let's move on.
What about Kantai Collection? This sounds like a thing for you.
You keep saying that after all of these, and they so far have been bust.
No, but this one, the girls are naval fleet ships.
Oh.
The base for the fleet arrayed against the deep sea fleet is Shinjufu. There, many various Kan Musume have gathered to live together and work hard every day in training and other matters.
Dang it. I'm going to watch it.
She's a special class of destroyer.
Yep, I like it. But they're all girls, I think.
This is the next big thing in Japan right now. This is like the next Toho almost. So I wasn't going to watch it, but if you'll watch it, I will.
Wait, this is the next Toho?
This is really big. It's a game about these girls who are naval ships.
I don't see the appeal if you don't get to see the ships. I don't care about the girls.
You probably do get to see the ships.
Are they on the ships? If they remember Tank Girls? You still got to see the tanks. So if you see the ships, then that's okay.
You probably do. I've never played it. I don't know if the girls are the ships or if they are on the ships or...
I'm looking it up right now, and it doesn't seem to be that they are ships at all. It looks like they're just girls, and they are holding weapons, and they walk around, which might be dumb. I'll probably watch it, though, just to make sure that it's not dumb.
Yeah, I'll probably do the same thing.
Well, I want it to be awesome, but it doesn't seem like it is. We'll have to give it a shot.
In Shirobako right now, they're talking about the fake version of this. The studio in the show really wants to get the anime version.
So it's just a game right now, and they're making
It's a super popular game, I guess.
like a board game, like a game you have to buy pieces for.
A video game.
Oh, it is a video game.
Yeah.
Oh, that I did not know. I was looking at images for it, and it just showed like the figures, so I thought maybe it was.
It's a browser game. You can play it.
It is a browser game.
Yeah.
It goes against everything I stand for to play a browser game about girls. But ships. That's the other side of the scale that's equally weighted.
Maybe we'll do a game sheriffs about it.
That might be pretty fun. All right. After this episode, I'm probably going to look into this really hard to see what this is all about. I've never heard of this before.
And then the next anime is The Testament of Sister New Devil.
Yeah. No, it looks really stupid. Magic.
The dad asks the main character if he wants a sister.
Is the main character a girl?
No.
Okay. Because that would be really weird. You want a sister? Well, let's get to work.
Looks like some servant in a contract, and there's a master and a slave and a demon and a hero.
It's a bunch of Chunibyo girls.
Yeah.
This is a show for Chunibyo people in real life.
Oh, it's just going to be just like the other Magic School one. I think even the hair colors are the same. You got silver, blue, red. Oh, there's no red one in the other one.
This is a show for middle schoolers, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Tokyo Ghoul, square root of A.
Moving on.
Did you watch Tokyo Ghoul?
No, but the picture looks stupid, and it shows a dumb vampire guy holding a dumb corpse, and they're all dumb. But it is seinen. Maybe it's cool. But
It's psychological horror.
yeah, but it also has supernatural.
Well, I guess the fact that zombies exist, but...
Yeah, I don't know. Not really interested.
Saekano? How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend.
Maybe. I might watch it.
The life of the otaku main character. He bumps into a beautiful girl. He has a childhood friend.
Hitting all the boxes.
Oh, they're a doujin circle.
Okay.
Well, that might be cool.
Yeah, I'd probably watch a couple episodes of this. The art looks alright.
You know, that's the one I most like so far.
Yeah, that's the only one that's legitimately awesome looking. Or not awesome, but
Yeah, it's still not very awesome, but...
it could be a good show. Just a nice one to watch.
Kofuku Graffiti.
So Shaft. Oh, and the only tag is comedy.
That's good news.
But their little poster is too much food. I don't think they should be eating that much.
It's a cooking manga. It's full of detailed cuisine art to whet the appetite and slightly erotic meal scenes.
I just read that sentence. Slightly erotic meal scenes. What does that mean? All right. I'll probably watch that too.
Yeah, I'll watch that.
It'll be Shaft-drawn food, so I'll just be hungry the whole time.
Yeah, that's true. All right, Magic School Part 5. Juo Mujin no Fafnir.
All right, option 3.
In the unlimited school battle action story, the world was transformed. Monsters, they're known as dragons.
They're known as D girls.
Girls known as D have dragon powers. This boy is the only male D. He's forced to enroll in magic school, and he sees a fellow female student naked. Is this for real?
I think it is.
He's reunited with his long-separated little sister.
There's no tag for comedy in this one, so I think it's a thing.
Well, we'll recommend that one to Patrick, I guess.
Yeah, well, both Patricks. Willis and GP can both feast their eyes on this gem.
Now, what is this? Sokyu no Fafnir. And this one was Fafnir.
Oh, Fafnir is already a mech thing.
All right.
It's just pretty boys and mechs. Not that cool.
Well, there's the sequel right there.
Yeah.
Idolmaster Cinderella Girls.
No, I don't like any of that.
What?
I was going to almost say that I sort of like the art, and then no, I don't.
You know, I've seen like maybe 4 or 5 episodes of Idolmaster just to see what it's all about. Nothing really happens.
It's bad news.
It's not really bad. It's just like nothing happens. It's like they're afraid to like, I don't know, do anything with the girls. They just sit there going like, I want to be an idol.
That's the cutest part. And then they capitalize on that part.
What about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stardust Crusaders 2?
Well, hold on. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3, Stardust Crusaders 2. I guess I don't know anything about the show. I've heard that it's really good. I don't know where to even start and how many parts and sequels and bits and pieces there are.
Well, this is the 3rd part, and they've animated the first 2 parts and the first half of the 3rd part.
Well, what's this Stardust Crusaders 2? Is that like sequel of the sequel? Or like a side story? Like what?
There's different parts, and this is just a continuation of Stardust Crusaders, which is airing right now.
Well, I don't have time to get into JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah, I guess I'm glad for people who do like it that now they're animating it all.
I don't get it.
Assassination Classroom.
I like how when a trend starts, eventually the newest thing in that trend is just what it is. It's just called what it is.
What do you mean?
So like if you have like a show like what was that? What was that other assassination type show that just came out? There was a visual novel for it. You know, there's like that bear that talks to them.
Oh, Danganronpa.
Yeah, Danganronpa. So a show like that has a dumb name like that, and they're like, "Oh, what's this about?" And then there's another assassination show kind of like that, like just like the Battle Royale kind of style thing. And so that's kind of popular right now. So they're just like, "What should we call our new show that's like that?" Just Assassination Classroom. Okay.
Well, this has been out for a couple years as a manga.
Well, so has Danganronpa, right?
That was a video game that came out a couple years ago, yeah.
It just seems like they all kind of followed this weird trend, and they didn't come up with an original title, because it's like, it's just the next assassination kill 'em all game.
I'm reading Assassination Classroom 2 as a manga. It's a real shonen manga, so the point of it is the students are in class E, which is like, there's A, B, C, D, and then E is like so bad, like they're not even allowed to be part of the main building. You know, it's just there to like taunt every student, like, don't end up in class E, like, work hard. So everyone in there is like really screwed over. And this alien comes to Earth and says, hey, I'm gonna blow up the Earth in a year unless you kill me. And he's basically invincible. Like, he's like God mode, like immune to everything. And he's like, also, I'm gonna be the teacher for this class, and I'm gonna train them to assassinate me. And he's also a really good teacher. He's trying to get them to be really good even though they're in the worst class.
Probably Kenny would be like, yeah, this is a great show because I hate all these kids.
It's okay. It's really like shonen-y though. Like, nobody ever gets hurt. Nobody ever dies.
It doesn't seem good. It seems like it has 100 million characters and it's just filler.
Yeah, I don't know any of the characters' names except for like one of them. There's kind of a main guy, and then I don't know if they try to make the other ones. I mean, they all have names and personalities, but I don't know.
Seems dumb.
I probably won't watch the anime.
Period.
What about Death Parade?
It seems like, again, a Battle Royale copy.
2 unsuspecting guests in a strange bar. The queen says, "You two shall begin a battle." They start the death game. And that's all the important parts from this summary.
I'm sure it'll be animated really cool because it's Madhouse.
I'll try it. Seems like it could go either way.
It might not be that good. Who knows? I'll probably watch it just so I can see if it looks cool.
What about Shonen Hollywood?
Nope. Next. Let's move on.
Do rah 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 ×2 show.
Another crap. I don't care. I didn't like Durarara the first time, so I don't need more. And nobody needs more. It sort of was already too long.
I don't know. I think a lot of people like it.
Well, they're all wrong.
What about Alt Noah 02?
Yeah, well, from what Kenny told me, he watched that whole thing and he said they better get a season 2 because it needs it. Just because they leave it on a weird cliffhanger that doesn't make sense if it's just at the end. When I start watching the rest of Alt Noah 0, I'll probably watch season 2.
What about Dog Days ?
Nope.
That's the 3rd season, in case, the quotation mark wasn't obvious.
It wasn't.
Rolling Girls.
Yeah, Rolling Girls, I'm intrigued by what's going on here in the picture.
10 years after the Great Tokyo War, each prefecture in Japan is split up into independent nations. Each nation is ruled by a prophet and an army, and they start to compete to take over other countries.
So it's modern feudal Japan. Good.
4 mob girls from one of the clans are ordered by their prophet to travel around riding their motorcycles to mediate multiple battles.
Now, is this like they didn't know the word mod? So they're like, girls on bikes, mods. Wait, mobs.
No, I think they're more of a mob because, and they have like Harleys and stuff.
I guess.
They're not on
They don't look
scooters.
like gangsters to me. They look like little girls.
I'll watch that one.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it. It looks kind of interesting.
Just because the lack of other things. What about Kuroko's Basket 3?
I liked Kuroko's Basket 1, but I haven't watched the rest of it. It's not bad. It just is sports. It's going to continue to come out.
What about Yoru no Yatterman?
Yeah, I don't know anything about this, but I'm sort of interested.
In a remote land, there was a girl who gazed beyond the ocean. It said that a heavenly land controlled by the Yattermen, the allies of justice. In order to save her sick mother, the girl attempted to land in the kingdom to ask for help. However, she was turned away and her mother died. There's a band of great thieves. There's a beautiful girl. She has lackeys. Story of a new generation of the band of thieves.
I don't know about Yatterman, but it seems cool. It's kind of like a Lupin the Third, kind of, but not as cool. I know Yatterman's an old show, so I think this is just a reboot.
What about Junketsu no Maria?
It's Production IG, which I trust.
She's the most powerful witch who lives during the 100 Years' War in France. But she doesn't like war, so she stops the battle with her strong magical powers.
Yeah, I don't like any of that. But I do like all the character designs a lot. It seems like it could be interesting.
There's an incubus and a succubus and an archangel.
It seems kind of like a next generation of Full Metal Alchemist kind of a deal. Same kind of like setting, like beginning of the 20th century, but then magic to like interlace with the historical fiction kind of thing.
I probably won't try it.
I know. I'm kind of there too. I want to see it, but I don't care about the plot.
Seems like it would be mostly not things I like.
Yeah.
Seiken Tsukai no Magic High School. The story is set in Magic High School that brings together youths with amnesia. Let's see, they fight enemies with weapons and techniques.
They're all good. They unite magic with high school once again.
Yeah, a boy named Magic enrolls. He's the first person in history with the past lives of some magic people.
Fantastic.
Sengoku Muso.
It's ancient samurai times, they fight. The anime.
Isuka.
It's a modern samurai, they fight. The anime.
It looks like the main character looks for a job to pay his rent. The teacher suggests he works for someone at their house doing housekeeping. The person who hired him was a girl who's the head of a family, and her job is to exorcise creatures. The boy accidentally releases a creature, and they cooperate to catch it. And it says it's a comedic creature hunting story.
I'm pretty sure it's not comedic.
They got a shrine maiden in the picture.
They do.
They got a etchy tag in there.
Big moon. Some girls with large sticks. And jewels. Cat girl. They got it all.
And then a Go Princess Precure.
It looks like a very wholesome show. It's magic and kids.
And then here's the continuing shows.
Yeah, a bunch of stuff's getting extras.
Did you ever watch that Tenchi Muyo thing?
No, I heard it was awful. So I just didn't even touch it.
Well, should we skip down to the shorts?
All the shorts always look really appealing, but I don't like shorts. I wish they were longer.
Which one are you looking at?
Almost all of them. I would probably watch all of these if they were actual shows.
What about Mina Atsumare, Falcom Gakuen SC?
I didn't watch the first season, so I don't know what this is.
I don't know what it is either.
It looks cool. She's dressed up as a pilot. Some dumb, stupid brat is yelling at her.
What about Doa Miger D?
I like it. He's look at it. It's just a guy who's a cooking wizard, but his mech is a cooking wizard. I don't know.
He's the 15th generation owner of the Kyoto Sweet Shop. One day he discovers a giant robot in his store's basement.
No, Miger D. I'd like this. If it's on Crunchyroll, I'll definitely watch it.
What about Military?
It's not called military.
Yeah,
but
is.
it might as well be. I don't know. I don't usually like military comedy things, but if I hear it's good, maybe I'll give it a go. Q Transformers. It's a Flash anime.
Convoy no Nazo. It's based on the Nintendo game.
It's not. It doesn't say it's comedy. All right, movies.
Psychopaths movie. It's gonna be good.
This poster looks like a poster that I would see in real life.
You need to watch the first season. It's like that.
I know.
Awesome.
Like I told you before, I watched maybe 4 or 5 episodes of the first season. I did not like it.
It's good. Well, except the movie comes out like in 10 days, but who knows when we'll actually get to see it. That's the thing about these movies.
Yeah. Arpeggio Blue Steel. A show that should be cool, but also is ruined with a bunch of dumb girls.
Hanato Alice.
I like how it looks. I'd probably watch this.
It looks like it's based off of a bunch of things. Oh, Prepara movie. That's a good one.
No. It's not. I didn't know that this Prepara was for kids. And so I think it's even funnier that Patrick watched that first episode. It'd be like watching just like, I want to watch Blue's Clues. And I'm going to tell you what it's about. But be mad and annoyed because it didn't fit his expectations.
Well, Blue's Clues is like for babies. Like this is probably like, for 10 years old or something.
All right. I don't know what would compare to that then. Just like I'm watching
My Little Pony or something.
Yeah. But then like treating it like it should be an adult show. Like, why are they doing this? Why do they go here? Like those like straight to DVD, like Tinkerbell the movie kind of things that you just buy for your kids.
Yeah. It's like, how did they get the magic ticket? How does this place make money?
I had no idea that it was for kids, and now his like explanation of it is way better. That's great. All right. OVAs.
Oh, this mental illness one looks kind of interesting.
That'll be cool.
And then everything else is a bonus episode of something, I think.
There's gay boys sitting on shards of crystals.
That's Final Fantasy 15.
That is? No, it isn't. There's boobs and butt samurai. I like giant bearded king holding celebration equipment. The anime.
Hozuki, you might like that. It's supposed to be funny, but I think I watched like 3 episodes and laughed once.
It just looks ridiculous.
Yeah, it takes place in like Japanese hell, so I don't know if you know about their mythology. It has some characters from that.
Master of Torque. Is that a racing show?
What's by Yamaha?
Probably watch that. I'm a big fan of these like weird shows like this where just like Yamaha made a show in order to advertise their new motorcycle.
Well, it looks like the main character works at the General Affairs Department. By day, he's a nondescript salaryman, but at night, he relishes the sense of fulfillment his motorcycling lifestyle brings him.
Sounds good. I'm a big fan.
Not a bright future for anime right now.
It's going downhill. All they do is make these little girly cartoons.
Not even that. They just make all these magic high school cartoons.
I know. I'm so sick of option 3 and everything it stands for. That option needs to be taken off the table, I tell you what.
Like, looking through the shows that I said yes to were like How to Raise a Boy and Girlfriend, the Food Appetite Graffiti, and maybe Rolling Girls.
I mean, there's enough stuff here to like sample and not just be like, this season is a disappointment. But I mean, it's almost that way.
It's pretty bad. And there's nothing that like stands out different, I don't think. Tokyo Ghoul is a horror. Everything else is, oh, there's JoJo's.
Well, there's Kofuku Graffiti. Did you just say that?
Well, I'm just looking, like everything just kind of looks like high school girls in high school time.
Yeah. That's what I've been saying for years.
Yeah, but I'm saying like some of that stuff can be okay. But I'm looking at this season and nothing stands out except for JoJo's. Everything else is like school. Well, is Durarara school?
I think they're school aged, but they're barely ever in the school. They're always out in this town doing stuff. It's mostly not in school because a lot of them are, there's so many characters that only some of them are high schoolers and a lot of them are like gangsters or adults doing stuff.
And Death Parade, I guess. It's a little bit different.
Well, Dog Days. That's got a lot of, I don't think they're in school. They look like they're in Dragon Quest times, going out to fight the wizard.
It's not inherently bad for them to be in some dumb uniform and be school age.
Well, that's where I disagree.
It's just a little bit better if they try something different. You know, like if you would have saw like Space Dandy on here, it's like, oh, you know.
Yeah. What can you do?
Yeah, that's anime for you.